Hi, I'm Strawb and this video will be a recap of my Starmus temporary experience. Before starting, I'll explain quickly what this event is about. This annual event takes place on goldberries.net and lasts from June 1st to August 31st. In the Starmus temporary, you need to collect stamps, obviously, which you can do by goldening a map. However, this map needs to meet the criteria of the selected stamp in order to count. There are 10 stamps and multiple rewards for reaching a certain average golden tier. Those rewards are just badges for a profile at the end of the event. For an average of less than 2, you have a bronze badge, at 2 you have a silver, at 4 a gold, and there are also 2 secret tiers for 6 and 8. For this event I decided to go for all tier 2s to aim for the silver badge. And if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and maybe like the video, please. The first step I went for was the sequel. For that I needed to find a map with a side in its name. And looking for a map is actually a much harder task than it seems, especially considering I only wanted to play tier 2s. So for this map I looked through the tier 2s on the golden list and found Pass of Hope B-side from Mount Kimitani Saga. The map itself is pretty nice. Its difficulty is intermediate, so I still needed to get used to golden higher difficulty maps, but I only took 2 hours to get golden berry and thus completing my first stamp. To get the ancient script stamp, you must golden a map that was released before or during 2020. And to find this one, I just took a look at the maps section from Game Banana and sorted from oldest to newest. And eventually I found the Crystal City. The map was released in September 2019, but it was still a nice map, and it only took me 47 minutes to get my second stamp. In order to get the universal language stamp, you must golden a map from any of the music translation contests. To find this map, I actually just went into the summer temporary submission thread on the Celeste modded on Deathless Discord server and found that small starry sky, a map I had actually played a lot before. This map is so beautiful, and after about an hour and a half I goldened the map to get my third stamp. For this map you need to golden a map or challenge that has been completed only once before, and honestly this was the challenge I had the hardest time making. There were a lot of options when looking at the golden list, but I spent so long fighting the challenge I really felt like doing. And after hours of searching, yes I took that long, I settled on Aquifer from Electric Universe, and after a very long 2 hours and 25 minutes, I got the golden and collected my first stamp. To get the Heartless stamp, you need to golden the map that doesn't end in a crystal heart. For this stamp, I chose Strawb. This was the worst golden experience I got this far. I spent almost 8 hours goldening this map in full clear. It genuinely felt excruciating. I was so inconsistent and I played until 1:30 AM. Not to mention I didn't sleep a lot and proceeded to play multiple hours of football with a friend right after that. I was so tired. This grind broke me, especially when I died at the very last input. But in the end, I got my 5th stamp. Then it was time for the time to chill out stamp. For this stamp you must golden Eddie Dashless map. For this I found Fading Rain. This map was really chill and it took about an hour and a half to get my 6th stamp. After that I played football again with that same friend and watched the France vs Paraguay game. And let's just say that the Paraguayans played the worst football I have ever seen, and that they should never set foot on the pitch ever again. Then I played football at 2 AM with that same friend and it was such a vibe. Enough football, now it's time for my next stamp. In order to get the well-read stamp, you need to golden a map with an alliterative name, so a name in which the first letter of each word is the same for every word. I found Cloudy Cliffs while looking through the golden list. The map is pretty nice and I got the golden on my first attempt after training, for a total playtime of about an hour. I now collect my 7th stamp with 3 more to go. For the ball and chain stamp, you need to golden a map that features an heavy throw ball as the main gameplay element. I went with the map Crystal Valley from Crystallized Full Release, which I randomly found on Celeste Heartless. I also got this golden on my very first try after training for a total playtime of a little over an hour and a half, earning myself my 8th stamp. The All of Me step requires the player to golden a map that features 2 or more dashes as the main gameplay element. And for this step I chose Lucy's Summit. I loved this map and also realized why some people hate cycles. But I still really liked this map and got my 9th stamp. To end this grind, only the Almost Anything stamp remained. As its name suggests, for this stamp you must golden a map that was released after 2020, so about most maps. Since this was my last map, I thought that it would be nice to end with Farewell BC Side from these guys at BC Side. And in about 2 hours I managed to get the very last golden of this grind. But it wasn't officially over yet. I still needed to get my submission verified before being really done with this. And by the time that happened, I saw France vs Morocco, which was a great game, and I'm definitely not saying that because my country won. But most importantly, I got to watch live as Paradash got 90 platinum, which is the greatest achievement in all of Celeste. And I am so happy I managed to see it live. And also congratulations to Paradash for completing this 3-year journey, and I honestly wish her the best in life because she deserves it. Finally, the night right after that my submission was approved and I officially completed every stamp for the event. This event was great. I feel like it's a great way to let players discover new maps and experiment with different playstyles. I obviously loved this event, and going out of my comfort zone to grind higher difficulty goldens really gave me more confidence in my skills. It also helps me feel ready to take on harder challenges. Before, I was kinda scared of trying to golden intermediate or harder maps, thinking to myself I couldn't do it. But now I know I can do it and I have more determination for longer grinds. So to conclude, this event was really great and I'm really looking forward for new events in Goldberries and the next edition of the annual Summer's Temporary event. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I have a lot of videos prepared for this channel and I'm really looking forward to releasing them. I'm still working on the Celeste iceberg and I'm making some good progress. If everything goes correctly, it should be released during fall. Have a nice day and goodbye!